Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here comes the rookie 7th-round pick. It's Isaiah Pacheco.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. It's Kelsey on the ground. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told.
And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr.
Quick slant to Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
To try again after the sack. Carr.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Carr.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The Chiefs at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here this one. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd and 9, Carr.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now a throw here to his running back.
Finding space at the 40. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. He'll complete this one to Watson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Jacobs. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Jacobs again, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and
They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Carr now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, 40 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make the second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 53 yards.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Carr now to throw.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout is going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him.
Give that sack to the linebacker, Jayon Brown.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
And here comes Abdullah on the return.
Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Looking deep for Adams.
And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And the tight end goes in motion left. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Tommy Townsend now,
as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
With every game, with every season, Travis Kelsey, he just confirms his greatness. Streak of 1,000-yard seasons is now up to 6, and he's made 7 straight Pro Bowls, and his numbers have ranked him among the best tight ends to have ever played in the NFL. Another first down right there to add to his career total.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 27. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He hits Adams complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On first down, Carr.
That's taken in by Watson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
The center receiver in motion to the right. Carr to throw again. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their...
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Carr going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, second down and 10.
Now Carr again. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to go up top again. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I get the backups in there if it were me. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Here's Hardman to return.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Carr looking deep for Adams. It got his man complete. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 71 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams Second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year.
And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Carr now on 1st down. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Now a play fake. Carr. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Vegas. 48 yards. In motion goes the tight end. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nick Bolton. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
2nd and 2. To throw, it's Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raidersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is.
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. It's a big play there for Vegas.
41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
The Carr's throw brought in by Watson.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. From the 22, Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Deion Bush with a pick.
And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up.
You gotta choose.